Stop thinking all sugar is the same. It isn't. What you're putting in your tea, your desserts, even your healthy recipes comes from completely different processes, histories, and even chemistry. Let's break this down in a way that actually sticks. Most people assume white sugar is the default. It's not. It's the result of thousands of years of trial, trade, and industrial scaling. Originally, humans didn't even have refined sugar. They chewed sugarcane for quick energy. No crystals, no packaging. Over time, people figured out how to boil that juice into solid chunks. That's where real sugar began. Fast forward, sugar became a luxury in Europe, so expensive that only the wealthy could afford it. Then, everything changed. Industrial plantations scaled production massively, largely through forced labor systems. That's why sugar today is cheap and everywhere. Now here's where people get confused. White versus brown sugar. White sugar is stripped down to pure sweetness. Clean, neutral, predictable. Brown sugar isn't some exotic alternative. Most of the time, it's just white sugar with molasses added back. That's why it's moist, clumpy, and makes cookies chewier. So if you think it's automatically healthier, that's lazy thinking. Raw sugar sits somewhere in the middle. Less processed, bigger crystals, slightly more flavor. But don't get fooled by the word raw. It's still processed. Honey is a completely different category. This isn't factory made. Bees do the work. They transform nectar into a stable, long-lasting sweetener. That's why honey doesn't spoil easily. But don't romanticize it. It's still sugar, just with more flavor complexity. Maple syrup is even more interesting. It doesn't even start sweet. Tree sap is mostly water. You need massive amounts just to make a small amount of syrup. And the flavor? It comes from heat, not the sap itself. Agave was marketed as healthy for years. In truth, it's just another sweetener, often higher in fructose. Coconut sugar comes from palm sap. Yes, it contains minerals, but in very small amounts. You'd need unrealistic quantities for that to matter. Corn syrup is where things get more complex. It prevents crystallization, which is why candies stay smooth. Here's the uncomfortable truth. It's not uniquely harmful. The real issue is overconsumption of sugar overall. Molasses is what's left after sugar extraction. Thick, dark, and rich in flavor. It's one of the few sweeteners with noticeable mineral content. Date sugar is different. It's made from whole, dried dates, nothing removed. But it doesn't dissolve well. Put it in tea and you'll just get sludge. Malt syrup comes from sprouted grains. Less sweet, more earthy and complex. Jaggery is one of the oldest sweeteners still used today. Unrefined, rich in flavor, and deeply rooted in traditional cooking. Here's the bottom line. Stop labeling sugars as good or bad. That's shallow thinking. Each type exists for a reason: texture, flavor, or function in cooking. But metabolically, your body still sees them as sugar. Don't get manipulated by labels like natural or organic. Understand what you're actually using and why. That's how you make better decisions. If you want more breakdowns like this, stick around.